just wanna play. I wanna sing my song. I just wanna run and not be gone too long. 'Cause this time is precious still. I wanna keep it close to me. I'm wishing on a star to make more time to see. You can always dream. You can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. You can always dream. No one's taken that from you. Only you can see it through, just like the way you do. So feed it from your soul and weigh it from both sides. The fulcrum and the tides will give direction that you'll know. You can always dream. You can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. When you make the time, it's a game of give and take. When the balance is at stake, you need to take a look inside. Look deep into your heart and remember how it feels. It's where the answer lies and tells you what is real. You can always dream. You can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming.
host. Oh, uh-oh. If you're online, please say hi in the chat so we can appreciate your virtual presence. And if you're in the room, please silence your cell phones, but leave them on to join the online chat if you would like. This gathering is being recorded and will be available online. We have a wonderful service planned for you. Please join me in thanking our awesome tech crew, who is now Ivor, who makes all this possible. But Ivor is interviewing for an assistant. Yes. And I want to say we are totally in person today. All our people. Our guest speaker is Nellie Louth, who is right here. I love seeing her online, but I love even more seeing her in person. And Annette Wasilic is offering our music today. Back for a repeat performance. So before we welcome Annette to the stage, I just wanted to let you know a little bit about her. She has been writing songs ever since she found a Sears Silvertone abandoned in a tin wardrobe in the basement when she was 14. That was a mouthful. Wow. A Sears Silvertone abandoned in a tin wardrobe. Wow. Songwriting, Annette says, is like diving for pearls. I sink down and let my emotions lead into melody, which leads to phrasing and lyrics. Later, the editing comes in. She began performing locally, but when her daughter was small, Annette stopped, turning her focus to building a massage practice and caring for her family. Later, when she was able to turn her full attention to her music, she dug in. Her debut album, Songs from the Talking House, won Contemporary Folk Recording of the Year from the Washington Area Music Association in 2016. Her 2020 recording, Love and Fire, released at number 6 on the Folk DJ chart and number 1 on the NAAC chart and landed number 40 on Folk DJ chart for the year. Please join me in welcoming Annette Wasilic to the stage for our opening song.
So this is a song I wrote during the pandemic, or probably a little bit after. And I remember reading that the canals in Venice were running clear for the first time, and that there were young people who lived 30 miles away from the Himalayas and had never seen them because the haze was so thick. And the haze lifted because there was no airplanes, and they saw the Himalayas for the first time. And of course, then there were so many people dying, but it seemed like at first we were all together, and then we started to point fingers. This is called Days of Dying and Wonder. Just a little rain, nothing to fear, but a silent storm was coming near. 2020 early spring, heartbreak in the blossoming, sirens wail down through the empty streets, people banging pots and pans out on their balconies. In these days of dying and wonder, oh, these days of dying and wonder, old canals running clear, haze lifts from the mountain range, not seen for years. All one, not alone. One earth, one home. But I dreamed doves were flying off a burning wall. If mercy's for the weak, have mercy on us all. In these days of dying and wonder, oh, these days of dying and wonder. Some will keep on sleeping, dreaming that old dream, but some are gonna wake up after seeing what we've seen. Let the children play, bring in a bright new day. Like God's own firecracker raining in the sky, flaming hearts float on down and open every eye. In these days of dying and wonder, these days of dying and wonder, these are the days of dying and wonder.
Thank you, Annette. That was lovely. Yes, I could hear the guitar. Yes. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. So now I would like to read our vision statement together. Our vision is to awaken humanity to our spiritual magnificence. So this is our time for going into meditation and then a prayer. But before that, I just wanted to talk a bit about some behind the scenes stuff. So that you may not know about, but CSL, our kind of parent organization, not really parent, but maybe okay. They determine like themes for the year, for the month, and for the week, and have little blurbs on each of them and sometimes recommended books to read and things like that. And this is actually on the document section of our website. If you're interested in looking at it, you can talk to me after service, and I'll let you know how you can get it. So our year theme is open at the top, which means we started with Ernest Holmes, but we don't plan to end with Ernest Holmes. We could go anywhere. And our May theme is divine doubt. And so what they said in the CSL thing, I'm not going to read the whole thing because we'd be here forever, but that the opposite of faith is not doubt, it is certainty. Instead of forcing a rigid belief, divine doubt allows us to live into our faith and can add a richness to the mystery of life. So it's okay to doubt. Now, my first thought about this was that, well, Ernest Holmes was always certain that everything was good. But, that was him, this is me, that was then, this is now. So that's what we mean by open at the top. We don't have a dogma. We just have a lot of good ideas. And this week's theme is carrying our doubt together. Like if we share our doubts with each other and consider doubt as an aspect of or a path to faith. If we share our doubts with each other and consider doubt as an aspect of or a path to faith, what power and possibility will we uncover? So, just some things to think about and maybe talk about after the service. Who knows? So, please take in a breath. Allow yourself to breathe in all that is good, all that is God, all that is life, all that is love. Just be aware of the breath, how it enters and leaves your body. It is the Tao, the in and the out, the dark and the light, the day and the night, in, out. So speaking of Ernest Holmes, I'm reading from this book right here. Lately, many in our congregation are asking for prayers for world peace at the service. And of course, we pray all the time, but they're saying, you know, it's really time to start praying for world peace. So I was just thumbing my way through this, and what do I see but a prayer for world peace? They've been praying for this for a while. And the little quote here, and this is written by Ernest Holmes, of course, "The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof." The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern there is infinite harmony and peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of humankind, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. This harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness are experienced by all. I know there will be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems and scientific discoveries, for all good belongs to all alike. I know that because Divine Mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I'm going to repeat that. I know that because Divine Mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. I know that all people and all nations will remain individual, but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I'm going to read that again too. I know that all people and all nations will remain individual but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within each person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. I now declare that in each person and in leaders of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form, to the end that all nations and all people will live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And so it is. I'm getting a little emotional here. I want to remind you that practitioners, and including Reverend Faith, are here to pray with you after service, and that you can request prayer through one of these cards here, right over there on the table. And you can also do it through our website. And I think, yeah, there's a QR code right over there. You can do it through that. Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't the right card. It's a green card, practitioner. So I'd like to welcome Annette for her second song.
So my father was in the Trappist, but he got kicked out and had 6 kids. And I was privileged to be with him along with the rest of my family, helping him as he was passing. And one night I was in the kitchen, and check 1, 2. I was in the kitchen, I heard him talking to somebody, and I went into his room and I said, "Daddy, who are you talking with?" And he said, "I'm talking with a being of light. His name is Habib or something." That's how he said, Habib or something, which I thought was interesting because he wasn't he wasn't particularly interested in the Eastern religions and such. But he said he was born in North Carolina in the mountains, and the Highlands is a beautiful part of North Carolina. And Habib said to him, "Well, first of all, to be a good person, you have to go to the Giant, which is a giant food store." And I was always at the Giant getting orange juice, medications, and chocolate chip cookies. And so I thought, well, I must be a good person. And then he said, then you go down to Highlands, which is this beautiful area that he grew up in. And the final thing Habib said to him was, life is a game, and anytime you want, you can blow the candle out. And at that time, it was a mercy for him to hear. He was not afraid to die at all, but it was taking a longer time than he thought. And so I always introduce the song with that in mind, because both my parents are gone. And as we get older, that horizon that seems so wide gets closer, and you can see over the edge. I'm getting there. I can see over the edge sometimes, and it actually doesn't scare me much, but let's see. I think we're up here. Yeah. This is called Horizon Line. And it's kind of bluegrassy as I get, because, he was born in North Carolina, and he sang really badly. That's why he got kicked out of the Trappist. Orion is rising in the late September sky. Sure sign winter's closing in. The days go by slow, but the years keep flying by, feeling like my time is not mine. Horizon line, you used to be a friend to me, promises of days to come, dreams I could not see. Glitter gold, setting sun, and all those songs yet to be sung. Oh, now you're calling me home. Oh, Mama died, where have you gone? You left us here to carry on. Old photographs holding you in place. Did you go down to Highlands, or did you take the Savior's hands to heal you with his everlasting grace? Horizon line, you sometime soon the day will come between the eastern moon and western sun on that narrow road through a needle's eye. And on that day the leaves will fall, I will hear the trumpets call, the clarion of angels in the sky. Horizon line, you guide me still, always will lead me to the gate. How long must I wait? Glitter gold, setting sun, we're on the road to kingdom come. Oh, now you're calling me home. Oh, now you're calling me home. Yeah, now you're calling me home. It's for Danny.
Just leave that on for a minute, Ivor. I just want to point out to you that under the screen here is Annette's website.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And the same with Nellie. So if you want it, you can get it. Thank you again. Over the horizon. Now is the time for our community greeting, which we ask you to please turn to your neighbor, and you can tell them, you know, if you're inspired to say something, you can say whatever you want, but you can also say, I see God in you, or I see good in you. People can't stop greeting each other. This is so much fun. Eventually, we'll come back. And hi, everybody out there in the world, in the universe, who aren't here with us. Okay. So I know this keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? Well, it's not stopping, so just buckle up. You are in for a treat with Nellie Louth. In her own words, I am a spiritual pilgrim, joyfully so. Forsaking all other goals, I found a path to the heart, and along the way, I looked for and found teachers and teachings to help me realize the way to peace by finding it within. And this is on Nellie's website, which you'll see soon. But I also learned that Nellie is trained in traditional psychotherapy and continues as a student in the spiritual approach to healing. She offers this in her teaching and facilitation of study groups, as well as chanting and other meditations and contemplations of the great paths to the truth. I think we're going to get all of that today. Please join me in welcoming Nellie.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'll get these out of the way.
Hi, everybody. A special welcome to you, my buddy, my Penn State girl. Great to see you. No Buckeyes. Now, actually, I don't care. I remember your family well. It's good to see you. I welcome you all here in the sanctuary, all those who are online joining us. Janine, your hair's fabulous. And some of you are not here in the present, you're in the future, but it will be your present. I want to thank you. Dowd has been a great friend of mine, a constant companion. So I do love that it's the theme of the week. I love that one of the greatest tenors of all times in the great film that Ron Howard did you see it? On Pavarotti. Every time Pavarotti would go out to sing, he said, "I go out to die." He always doubted he would hit the high C, even on the Nessun Dorma. So I'm going to talk a little about music on this amazing day because I'm influenced by someone named David Bowie. Has anyone ever heard of David Bowie? Yeah. At the end of a movie called Jojo Rabbit, anyone seen this movie, Jojo Rabbit, right? Right? It was a little-known film. It was directed and written by Taika Waititi, who's from New Zealand. He's a Kiwi. And it's a film based on a book about a little boy growing up in Germany during the war who has an imaginary friend in his mind, Hitler. Now, the man playing Hitler is the director. So this little boy, the actor, was being directed by a guy in a Hitler costume throughout the film, which is a great aside. And it's about how he grows and changes because he meets the little girl hiding in the attic. It is a stunning film about what we put in our minds. His idea of who Jews were, it was a concept in his mind. Who Hitler was, an imaginary person in his mind. And this is all about consciousness and us. And at the end of the film, though, is a song. And it's by David Bowie. And the name of the song is We Can Be Heroes. And in the song, it's actually being sung by Bowie in German. But I will not attempt German because Inga's here. Otherwise, I would. You have to imagine, some of you don't know this, the younger people might not know that when the war ended, the Second World War, we the Allies, the victors, divided Berlin. And we divided into East Berlin and West Berlin, and we built a wall because we love walls. Humanity loves walls. We build walls around our ideas, around our families, around our counties, around certain people in the family that you may not want to be so close to. We like walls. So we built the Berlin Wall, and it was very shocking to many Germans who lost contact with their families. We still have this in many countries because we're civilized. And Bowie heard of this story. So we had the Berlin Wall, and you have East Berlin, and many of you know stories of people who tried to escape East Berlin. One of my great friends, she's watching right now, the Da, I believe, was a spy in the Cold War, maybe around that area or not. I like to think of the Da. We call them the Da in Irish. And so you have this no man's land. What a concept, no man's land. A very dangerous area, isn't it? Close to the wall. And David Bowie heard of this story of a couple who right in front of the wall embraced and had this incredibly audacious, passionate kiss. And David Bowie was struck by the wall and by the idea of how to go beyond the wall for those who were so personally impacted. Forgive my singing. I wish I could swim like dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together, we can beat them forever and ever. Oh, we can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day. He thought it was heroic, that kiss. And then he went on to say, I will be king, and you will be queen, though nothing will drive us away. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes just for one day. I can remember standing at the wall, and the guns flew over our heads, and we kissed as if nothing could fall. So I've been thinking about that. Oh, wait, no. I've been thinking about that space, a no man's land. I was thinking about David Bowie's compassion and this idea of an audacious kiss, and we've spoken about it, the lover and the beloved, standing at a wall. You may have walls built around your opinions, and when you're with certain family members, you're going to speak about certain things, and other things you won't cross that line. And we do all kinds of things in self-protection, but not us who are here, because we have a different space. We don't believe in a no man's land. We don't believe there's a space where we are not going to include everybody, because our consciousness is based on unity, and unity is based on community and communion. And here at Celebration Center, day after day after day, we come and create a different space as the antidote, the medicine to a no man's land. Here we create a space that's based on the consciousness there's no birth, no sustaining, no destruction, no veiling. There is just grace. And that's what makes us heroes. Like your dad. I too was influenced by Trappists. Thomas Merton was one of the biggest influences of my lifetime when Annette spoke of her dad. We think of heroes, you know, the ones leading the march. I may not get there with you, but I have seen the mountaintop. But heroes like us, we just show up. And we do have doubt. How can we have peace in such a situation like this? How can we have hope? How can we have love when there's so much hatred? Well, in this space, instead of no man, every human, all humanity in our space, we say we can't have anything but that. That's what makes us heroes. Not just that we think it, not just that we follow the teachings of so many great masters in New Thought, but we try to put it into practice, even imperfectly, when our doubt comes up. Even imperfectly, when I'm driving on 395, and I could be listening to a chant, and you cut me off. In that instant, I might forget, and I might want to chase you off the road. And I'm kidding, because we've got to laugh at ourselves. I just got my stuff out of storage. It was in storage since Hurricane Helene. And I had my books next to me. I'm back in Annapolis now, and it's been an incredible journey in the last year and a half, actually in this whole lifetime. Because being a pilgrim does mean you're moving a lot. I have been moving toward seeking something. And when I was in my monastery, interestingly enough, in the monastery I used to live in India for a while, I was overwhelmed with a lot of doubt. And I wasn't feeling very heroic. And I'm surrounded by all these meditation masters, and I mean, these dudes were phenomenal. These men and women were incredible. And I was really trying to be holy. Have you ever tried to be holy? And it doesn't work? And your mind is like whatever, and you just go over and over the thing that bothers you? And loneliness and aggravations, you know, we like scratching the wound. And here comes a voice that interrupted my doubts and said, "Oh, Nellie, you're not looking in the right place. When your mind settles on the space within yourself, capital S, when your mind settles on the space within the self, then everywhere you look, everything you hear, everyone you behold becomes the beloved. You are here for love, just to love. To receive what is yours, accept the gift of love. It is time, just so. The quiet is not an absence or something missing. It is the space of becoming. It is the space of expanding, ever expanding bliss. Instead of a no man's land, Ernest Holmes and other great masters said, your consciousness is a different kind of space. And when you let it get quiet and still, all the words that we do in the affirming is to eventually lead us to be quiet. You become a hero. In Buddhism, we call it a bodhisattva. We are all heroes. And so I changed the words. I changed the lyrics. Now, I'm doing it to a cover that Peter Gabriel did. We can be heroes. You should hear Peter Gabriel. David Byrne did it. And of course, Bowie was a lot more rocky, but I didn't have the background. We who are many, who remember that we are one, we invite our brothers and sisters to join us in this song. We can be heroes just for one day. We can be heroes every day. We return where we began, hands joined in this sacred land where division becomes a way to join, where hands and voices join us in our song. For we are all heroes in this holy space. We are all heroes holding this human race. I can remember when weapons turned to light, and anger dissolved softer than rain, and the darkness returned to the light. We are heroes, we're here to heal. We are the heroes who chose to be here. In this moment, of labor and rebirth, we hold our hearts open for all the earth. In this labor of rebirth, we hold our hearts open for all the earth. So we're going to breathe for a moment and acknowledge your courage to keep showing up, to keep loving, to keep forgiving, and to hold a space of bliss and unity. And just breathe into the space of that and let all other concepts dissolve into that bliss. And take a breath and acknowledge yourself, your courage and your heroism. The world needs peace warriors. I've been singing this song so much, it's waking me up at night, and I'm so glad to move on to the next. I thank you all with many blessings. Thanks, David Bowie.
Thank you, Annette. Thank you. And I did not know that that's where that song came from. That's very cool. Way cool. I've been in a lot of pain this past year. I've had 2 major surgeries, and I fall into bliss for some of it, and it's pretty cool. So the bliss is powerful, yeah. This is called Dancing. What is this? Dancing in a Dream. When I get wiser, I will not worry, 'cause my heart will be swinging wide open and free. When I get stronger, I will not worry, my roots will be deep as a white oak tree. Whoa, lay your sweet hand in mine. Whoa, and we'll go dancing in time. Now when I get smarter, I will not argue, I get older, I'll stop my sinking, maybe. But I'm starting to see all I need is right here with me. Whoa, nothing is as it seems. Whoa, we're all dancing in a dream. Now when I get younger, my eyes will be keen again. I'll see the magic in the seen and unseen again. And when I'm dying, coming to the end, no, I love you, I love you, I love you. Surely we will meet again. Whoa, lay your sweet hand in mine. Whoa, we're all dancing in time. Whoa, nothing is as it seems. Oh, we're all dancing in a dream.
Told you it was going to keep getting better. Thank you. Thank you to Nellie for doing the talk and the singing. And to Annette for following with a perfect song. It's all perfect. Okay, I would like to welcome any new guests we have. If you're here for the first or second time, or if you're just showing up when you haven't been here for a while and you want to stand up and introduce yourself, we would love to hear who you are and how you found us, and anything else you want to tell us. And if you don't, that's fine too. Hi, Phil.
Internet sleuthing.
Internet sleuthing, yes. And anything else you want to say, you know? You love gardening, I don't know, you like cats, I don't know. Thank you, thank you.
Well, I feel like I
Oh.
prompted Stephanie.
Yeah.
I'm Janine Ballou, and I have not been here in person for a long time, but I assure you, I have lurked on the hybrid services, so I'm grateful for that. But welcome, hi, everybody.
Hi, I just thought I'd put that out there.
I know.
And for our new guests, if you would fill out a card, if you're online, you can do it on the website or or the QR code there, and let us know your, at least at a minimum, your name and your email, and then we can send you our great newsletter if you're not getting it already. So let me see where I am here. I have all these pages. Oh, right, giving. This is the time in our service for our gifts and offerings. We are a tithing community, and we rely on the tithes and gifts from our congregation. Please know that your presence, as well as the love, time, talent, and treasure that you bring, is a gift to our community, and we are grateful. There are several ways you can give. If you are in person, you can drop off a check or cash. in the basket over there. If you are online, you can scan the QR code, or you can visit our website, celebrationcenter.org, and click on the Give button. And you're also welcome to mail your gift in and can find our address on our website. So now I would like you to read our giving affirmation with me. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. So we bless these gifts, knowing that they are creating even more good, making more people aware of all the good, expanding, expanding, expanding into peace, peace, peace throughout the world. I give thanks for our ability to do this, and I release this into the law, and so it is. And we have some announcements. First of all, Nellie, oh, what did I do with the, wait a minute. Nellie has a book. And man, you better run to get this, because I don't know how many copies she has. Oh, I always do that. I've done that before. Buddhist Footprints in a Christian Heart, or Holy Crap, Waking Up in India. Nellie Louth. We have a few copies out there in the lobby. It is $20, and I stole this sign, I'm going to put it back, but $20, and checks go to Mary E. Louth, but it'll be back there. Thank you. And can people get it through your website too, or?
Yeah, I direct them to the Amazon
Okay,
page. Thank you.
okay, great. To Amazon. Great,
Actually,
thank you.
everything goes through Amazon.
I know. And now, oh, yeah, sorry. There are so many good things, I can't keep it all together. Today, after the service, Reverend Faith is leading us in Zentangle, which is a meditative art and really just fun with friends. That's why I go. To create something fun, to have fun playing. Oh, Faith, you want to say something?
I'd just like to say, can we please put the chairs to the side so we have room for tables after we start? And we're going to have a lot of fun with some new tangles and a bird, a little bird.
And it's $15, which means you don't have to bring any supplies. Supplies are provided. And I think it's going to be 2 hours, but you don't have to stay for the whole 2 hours, if you had something else to do. I mean, next week we're having our monthly board meeting, and the week after that is our pop-up choir. That's our 5th Sunday in May 31st. And if you show up at 9:30 and you can and practice, you can sing at the choir at our 11 o'clock gathering. Let me see, what else do we have here? Oh, another music, another song.
Thank you all for inviting me so much. So this is a song that's kind of connected to what you were saying about David Bowie. I always call him Bowie. And I had seen some footage of the bombing in Syria of homes, and that was years ago now, and not a lot has changed, but I tried to write a song about it, but it was too devastating to write about such destruction. And then I thought, well then, how can I soften it? How can I find a way out? And I thought, we reach for those we love. We reach for comfort. We reach for touch. And this is called The World's on Fire. green and blue. My heart aches for the love of you. Everywhere I turn, seems we've all gone wrong. But I don't believe all our love is gone. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me. The water's rising. Hold me close, my dear. Don't have to die. Heaven and hell's right here. The mountains moan and the rivers rage. The rocky cliffs are rattling against the sage. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me. God knows, but he's not talking. God knows, but she's no wishing well. God knows, but they're not talking. God knows, but only time's gonna tell. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. The world is on fire. Come lie with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Annette. And I would like to do the peace song, because we usually end our services with that. However, I can't really lead it because I don't really, you wouldn't want me to lead it. My voice isn't a singing voice, but is there anyone with a singing voice who could lead it? Yeah, oh, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in a circle, hold hands. Well, you don't have to hold hands, and you don't have to get in a circle.
I'm a geezer bass. Okay. We need to circle around the microphone a bit.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Repeat after me.
Something good is happening in my life right now.
Something good is happening in my life right now.
I know it.
I know it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.